All right, welcome back to the show. Something new we're experimenting with. I've got Father Brooks Keith in the studio. He's been in the Valley as a father.
A priest.
As a priest for 23 years, is that right?
23 and a half years.
This is fun. Thanks for coming
in the Episcopal Church. Mark, it's so good to be here. I want to go back to this gravity-propelled, I think we have gravity-propelled church. What did they shoot them on rockets? What did they do up there?
I know, right?
You said gravity-propelled sled.
Well, it's the roller coaster, the Forest Flyer. And it's from gravity, just from going down the hill is what makes it go faster.
Okay, well,
have you ever done it?
I would go very fast.
It's fun. And you have brakes and like these little things you push forward, but what I end up getting up there to do is I just hold them all the way forward, because if it has to slow down, it's going to slow down on its own. It's fun.
So I kind of think that the Valley feels like that sometimes to me.
Speeding along, not slowing down to smell the roses.
Yeah, you jump in.
Yeah.
You jump in the little car. You strap yourself in for winter or spring or summer, and then all of a sudden, you're going way fast.
And then the next season's here, and you're like, I better...
And then you slam on the brakes.
I better check the engine and make sure that things are running properly, because...
But I think that's what it feels like for a lot of people sometimes. Actually, it's funny, I was listening to your last segment and just thinking about how much the Valley can feel like that for a lot of us sometimes.
I think on a regular basis. And myself being a parent, and kids are growing up. My kids are 13 and 12, and they're moving even faster.
Absolutely.
On a different scale. And what we talked about off camera, I think, is really just embracing our community, embracing the fact that we need to slow down a little bit once in a while and work from inside, looking on the outside, and not just trying to keep up with the Joneses all the time.
Well, I tell you what, this valley is so fast-paced, and we move from season to season, and your kids will be 17 before you know it.
I know.
And we just disappear. I talk to people all the time. They have weeks or months just disappear. They turn around. Where do they go? What did they do? So I'm kind of one for putting on the brakes on that sled sometimes. I talk to people in our church about if we're going to get your gardens ready, and everyone's getting their plants out, and they have to get ready for July 4th, and I talk about that interior garden a little bit.
Tell me more about that.
Well, it's not just about slowing down. It's about going inside, going a little deeper. It's very stressful out there in the world right now, and in this valley, so much to do, so much to pay attention to. Families, parents, we see it all the time. It can be very tough. So I want to talk about that interior garden. How do we water that parts of ourselves? Are we taking time for reflection, meditation, to pray in our tradition? Are we taking time to care for ourselves and other people? Or is it just one thing after another thing after another thing?
Right.
And I just think it's too beautiful here.
I think for everybody that's viewing, or just in general, I think, for me to take that time for myself would be to go down to the river and go fly fishing, and that's my way to kind of reconnect.
Hey man, that's the cathedral.
That's my place. The river's my church. It is my church.
Yeah.
And it has been since I was born. And for somebody else, it might be doing yoga for half an hour. But find a brief moment of time to capitalize on it.
I'm going to argue, now I'm a company man, right? So I'm in sales, but I'm going to argue that everybody has a place to worship.
100%.
Some of us, it's water.
Yeah.
And water activates that deep part of us on the inside. Others of us, it's expansive sky, and we got to get out, we got to get up, we got to, Others of us, it's sitting on the back deck, reading a book, reading devotional, saying a prayer. For others of us, it's serving people.
Yeah.
And I think there's a great need for that in this valley. And a lot of people come here thinking about themselves, and they end up being transformed and serving other people. Lots of different opportunities for that. So all I'm arguing for is, in a stressful time, you as a husband or father, me, the very same, to see to that interior garden. It's not just about what's next, the next golf, the next festival, the next event. So a little bit slowing down, and we can get outside and do it. It's such a beautiful time of the year.
So I get you every Wednesday in here, right?
Yes, sir. That's
so
my
we're
understanding.
Build on this garden. We're going to grow a garden this summer. Does that sound good to you?
So that sounds wonderful,
Awesome.
Mark. Bless you. It's so nice to be with you. It's so nice
Thank you
to
very
try
much.
this out, right?
Enjoy the mountain games this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun, but take some time for yourself. Just like Father Brooks said, take some time for yourself. Whether it's 5 minutes or a half an hour, make it happen daily. We have Maddie with weather coming up next.